In a day and age where truth can be misdiagnosed as fake and things that are fake can be construed to be the truth, we need to decipher the fact from the fiction. Whether it be in a murder mystery novel or watching mainstream media or even in our daily lives, it is important to differentiate who is telling the truth and who is blatantly lying to our faces. Do you know how many times on average people lie per week? Can you guess what percentage of people can't go a full 10 minutes without lying? Well, stick around until the end and we'll surprise you with some of these mind-boggling facts about lying. Now, keep watching for 7 simple ways to figure out if someone is lying to you. Number 7. Short emotional outbursts. In a study conducted at Stephen Porter's Forensic Psychology Lab at Dalhousie University, they found that a liar will have a short and quick burst of true emotion. The study asked participants to intentionally lie, and when the researchers tracked the movements on their face, they found that these liars would have very minute cracks in their lies that would last about 1/5 of a second. This means that when someone is lying, they might show a brief but very obvious sign of emotion. Dr. Porter said, "If someone is telling you a really important lie in which the consequences are dire, say life imprisonment, the lie will be revealed anyways." Because unlike body language, you can't monitor or completely control what's going on your face. This research was first detailed experimental demonstration of secrets revealed when people put on a false face, faking or inhibiting various universal emotions. So, the next time you think someone may be lying to you, watch their faces and try to spot any quick changes or movements on their face. If you notice something, that person may be lying. Number 6. Pressed lips. In a meta-analysis that was done by the American Psychological Association, they found that liars were more likely to press their lips together, which made their faces look tenser and forced. But according to Dr. Wendy Patrick, the eye-mouth combo is what differentiates a liar from a truth teller. Someone who is genuinely happy to see you will smile with both their eyes and mouth, but a fake expression can be found when the eyes and mouth don't match in expression. When someone is smiling but their smile just doesn't seem to match their eyes, it could mean they are lying. This could be represented in cold, distant eyes. The truth is always in the eyes, so always make sure you establish eye contact when you think someone's lying. Number 5. The devil is in the details. According to Psychology Today, someone who is lying will leave out specific details. A truth teller will generally include details and tidbits in their stories, because that's how they perceived the situation to be. But a liar will leave out details and provide an incomplete account of an event. This also leads to inconsistencies in their stories, as well as a difficulty to retell the story accurately. The reason a liar will leave out the details is because they'll have a hard time remembering the small details if they are questioned about a lie they told. That's why when someone lies and is questioned about it, there tends to be all sorts of inconsistencies in the stories, and they just don't add up. If you notice that someone tends to leave out specific details in their stories, they're probably lying to you. Try to question them about small details and see how they handle it. This is a surefire way to catch a liar in a web of lies. Number 4. Eye contact. Another way to tell if someone is lying is by gauging their eye contact. According to Wendy L. Patrick, who is a career prosecutor as well as a behavioral expert, if you are using visual behavior to gauge the credibility of someone you know, you will also have the benefit of a baseline. Some people, for example, will never look you in the eye. For others, every interaction is a stare down. Therefore, knowing the person's baseline can be vital in finding out the truth. If someone is avoiding eye contact, it doesn't necessarily mean they are lying. Some people who lie tend to avoid eye contact at all costs, while, on the other hand, some liars may look you right in the eye and maintain eye contact at all times. This is why it's important to understand how different people use eye contact when they are lying. You should always watch body language and facial expressions, as well as how they maintain eye contact to see if they're lying or not. Number 3. Bad memory. According to Psychology Today, liars are more frequent in admitting to having a faulty memory. Truth tellers can generally relay the story with no real difficulties since they are telling the truth, but liars, however, will be more willing and susceptible to giving excuses as to why they can't fully remember the event. This goes back to avoiding giving much detail when a liar is telling a story. When a liar is called out on their lies, he or she will tend to resort to the excuse that they have a bad memory. This lets them weasel out of the lie they told and gives them an excuse for not having the story right. Number 2. People are more likely to lie when they're under stress. Clinical psychotherapist Geraldine Clayton says, lies are usually told to gain a connection. A fundamental human quality for survival is to maintain relationships, so if the truth doesn't appear to be working, we often lie. She says that understanding the context of a situation can help decipher the meaning behind the words. Dr. Clayton said, "Are they embarrassed, insecure, or fearful of revealing the truth? Before calling someone out, question if there's anything to be gained by doing so." If you are in a situation where someone is extremely stressed or could face some pretty bad repercussions if they tell the truth, they are likely to lie. Take this into consideration when you're trying to spot a liar. If you've ever been in a stressful situation where you knew that telling the truth could get you in trouble, you can probably understand this is a very simple way to spot a liar. For example, if you ever accidentally broke your parents' vase or expensive piece of jewelry when you were a kid and lied about it to them by perhaps blaming it on another sibling or even a family dog, then you can probably understand this telltale sign of if someone's lying. We've all done it before, which is why it's placed as number 2 on our list of the easiest ways to figure out when someone is lying to you. Now, here is the number 1 way to tell if someone's lying to you. Number 1. Liars are more likely to touch their faces or fidget. Roger Strecker Sr., a trained behavioral analysis interviewer or interrogator with over 30 years of law enforcement experience, says that touching of the face creates a calming effect of the mind. Noticing minute physical expressions such as those can help in spotting a liar. He said, "Not commonly known, when the human brain is under stress, the brain temperature rises and often is exhibited as perspiration on the forehead or upper lip area of the face. Touching of the face is a pacifier and has a calming effect to an otherwise brain under stress. Foot tapping or fidgeting hands should be noted. This means that you should watch out for small mannerisms or changes in body language or movements when you think someone's lying. It is very common for someone to unconsciously touch their face or fidget when they are lying. They don't even realize they are doing it, but it is a telltale sign that someone is lying. It is definitely something you should watch out for. So now that you have the 7 ways to figure out if someone is lying to you, here are some crazy facts about lying. The American Psychological Association performed a study that showed that on average, Americans tell approximately 11 lies per week. Another study conducted in the Journal of Basic and Applied Social Psychology revealed that 60% of people can't go 10 minutes without lying. That's right. Science states that most of us lie multiple times throughout the week, and the majority of us lie every 10 minutes. Those are some pretty big numbers. Well, at least now you know how to spot a liar, right? What are some surefire ways that you know someone is lying? Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.